Hi there, this is the peace offering number 2 trap in the Spanish Ruy Lopez Berlin variation. It was first listed as an advanced level trap, but discoveries of inaccuracies has had it reduced to intermediate level. e4 and e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5 the Spanish, and knight f6 the popular Berlin defense. White castles allows the capture of knight takes on e4, because rook e1 is going to give white a lot of compensation and offensive opportunities along that e file. So the knight's going to drop back to d6, and usually the bishop's going to trade. Bishop takes on c6 because that bishop on b5 is under fire. However, white can try this move that we've seen in the peace offering number 1 trap, knight c3. Since after knight takes on b5, white need not recapture the knight on b5, but can go after the pawn on e5, because that's going to open up the rook along the e file. So in the peace offering number 1 trap, we saw knight takes on c3, and that's winning for white. Also winning for white would be knight takes on e5 by black. Better would have been for black bishop e7, followed by castles with around equality. But after knight takes on e5, white plays rook takes on e5, check, and after bishop e7, white does not regain the piece on b5, rather posts the knight on d5, and white's going to pick up the bishop on e7. So black's going to have to give that up. d6 is played, hitting the rook. Rook takes e7 and king f8. So material equality at the moment, but white certainly has a huge offensive. Well, the move that appears in the trap is queen f3, but that's inaccurate. Better would have been d4, with the idea of getting the bishop to g5, and that's going to be winning for white. But if we follow the move queen to f3, that's inaccurate because of black has bishop e6 here, which defends the mate threat on f7, while maybe threatening to trade, take the knight on d5, which will loosen up the rook on e7. The bishop, though, can be taken by rook takes on e6. However, that allows black to send the knight to d4, which is hitting the queen and the rook, and that's going to be better for black. If instead black plays f6 as a response to queen f3, then white's going to win after d3 or d4, pretty much the same, since after a move like c6, trying to remove the guard of the rook on e7, then white wins with this splendid sacrifice. Queen takes on f6, check, because after g takes on f6, it's bishop h6, check, king h8, and knight takes on f6, checkmate. So this has been the peace offering number 2 trap in the Spanish Berlin.